KSFR, Koffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Koffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we are reviewing the brand new A&E show, WWE Biography, Mick Foley. The bio here reads, exploring the unique, multifaceted career of Mick Foley, a 2013 WWE Hall of Fame inductee better known as Mankind. A fan favorite during WWE's Attitude Era, Foley shocks audiences in 1998 during a career-defining match with The Undertaker. It's crazy to see a documentary here on Mick, man, because this one has just a great feel to it. Definitely the underdog story, the underdog that wins. Such a family man. I've actually met Mankind Mick Foley before, and just the coolest, sweetest dude in the entire world. He did a Socko for me that I thought was pretty cool. Just, got it signed. It was just amazing. But it goes over his whole career, everything that he's come across, his training, in his early years when he goes to see wrestling, he sees Jimmy Fly Snuka versus Don Morocco at the Garden. Crazy. I mean, he hitchhikes there and he's on camera and everything. And then we go on to, he's kind of into wrestling his whole life, and they do shoot cameras and videos. They're doing all sorts of matches. And finally, he's able to join on a ring crew and get trained by Dominic DeNucci, in his wrestling. And after a year, Mick's ready to hit the indies, man. And he does some indie promotions, does all sorts of things like that. Ends up in WCCW out in Texas against the Von Erichs, and he does it out there before finally moving on to the big leagues with WCW as Cactus Jack. Before he's Cactus Jack Manson too. He's doing that gimmick. But Mick is crazy, man. He's taking all sorts of bumps. He's able to make his opponents look really good, but he decides that he's, there's a plateau there, and maybe they're not understanding his full character. So he goes to greener pastures. Greener pastures being, I believe, as he put it in a promo, a pissant pawn shop out in Philadelphia as he joins ECW. And he does some crazy matches there. I also missed that he goes to Japan, has some matches with Terry Funk, and they show those barbed wire seafloor matches, those King of Death matches. Crazy stuff. But as he goes to WCW, he's Cactus Jack Manson, does some crazy stuff there. Crazy bumps, getting over as everybody. As he goes to ECW, he turns his character up there and he becomes a heel, and he's hardcore. Before finally getting to the major leagues with WWE. And he's going to be Manson the Mutilator. He's going to be Mankind. And he's got this crazy gimmick, He's got the face mask on, and he is in the boiler room talking to rats. And that's my generation, 96. I'm 9 years old. I totally thought all that was real. But Mick is able to come through with these different characters. At first, he's got Mankind. Later he comes through as Cactus Jack, does some dude love in there. He got all sorts of things. But he says he feels and the stuff that he has with Undertaker too is incredible. Those matches are great stuff. I like that they were able to cover the match he has against Shawn in 97 called Mind Games. It's in Philly. That one's a really good match. You guys should go out of your way to watch that one for sure. They cover that, which I really liked. And then obviously they're going to cover Hell in a Cell, crazy mixed bump. It's been covered over 1 million times. Everyone's gone over it. But just to see him do it, they actually show it from a different angle. The second bump where he gets chokes on them and he falls right through. It's always them facing each other, or you're looking at them, do the move and like that when he gets thrown, and they're showing it from this side of it, looking, so you're behind them looking at this. I've never seen it from that angle, but it looks different. It looks crazy. He says he knows he's on borrowed time. I like that they do the Three Faces of Foley. They didn't go over the thing with him and Rock when they cut that long promo that goes like 20 minutes. This is your life. That's great. They go over Mr. Socko, which is cool, but they don't go over the This Is Your Life, which I thought was kind of crazy. Then they say, Mick is ready to call it quits, and he talks about his second run, that he should have never done that when he comes back and wrestles for TNA. They bury TNA, and he says he shouldn't have wrestled in WWE after 2, and then it's been over. And that's kind of the end of Mick's, storied career as far as wrestling. He's now doing talk shows, doing premierances, doing stand-up. He got some people married on this episode. It's kind of crazy, or at least they asked him to, and he said yes, that he would. But it's a good episode, man. This is one of the better ones of this season so far. 2 thumbs up. feel good story all around, because I mean there's the ultra violence of it, and then there's the makes a good person fucking too good for the wrestling business. But I really liked it. Good episode here, man. But let me know what you guys think, man. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you like what you're watching, then hop in the Koffin. Follow us on social media at Koffin Radio. Koffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Koffin Radio.